Hey guys, and welcome to the second of 4, 5 postseason videos, or I guess, yeah, postseason videos. The second actually kind of serious videos before we go into like the top 15 and like meme review and stuff like that. The second video where I'm actually going to go into depth and take a deep dive, take a look at certain aspects of this series, and that being the statistics. Which, heading into this, I wasn't quite sure what I was expecting. Wasn't quite sure how things would turn out, but things turned out really damn interesting. First off, I have a couple of general stats. In total, there were 1,126 matches, which seems quite high, but also quite low. Like, I was estimating around 1,200. So, considering that I was, would that be 74 off? It's not bad. That's about a week. 2 weeks, excuse me, that's about 2 weeks. So, if I didn't take those 2 weeks off, then, yeah, we would have hit 1,200 matches, but 1,100's not bad. In total, the series ran for about 222 hours, or around 9 days. 9 days of recording. Actually, let me do the math really quick. Yeah, 9 days and 6 hours. That is... wow. I was not expecting that at all. That's not 9 days worth of matches necessarily, although it is, considering that 95% of the video is just matches. There's hardly any promos, like the intros, the entrances weren't as long compared to the matches, stuff like that. But yeah, 9 days is wild. And that comes out to an average of about 11.5 minutes per match, which I was aiming for around 10 minutes. So yeah, that's what I was expecting that, but that is including like the Royal Rumbles and like the Elimination Chamber, the Hell in a Cell triple threat match that took forever, those tag team matches that took forever at the beginning. So those certainly add to the total, to the average, but I don't think they would add that much considering that they're the minority of matches. So I would estimate maybe 10.5 minutes per match. 10.5 to 11, which, again, I was aiming for about 10 minutes, so... yeah, I seem to hit my mark. And then, over those matches, there were 40 unique stipulations. Approximately. I think it was around like 43 or 44 if we were including the no escape matches, but I was too lazy to go back through the videos and make sure that they were no escape and not just like normal matches, so hey. I'm gonna go into those details. I'm gonna go into detail about those in a bit, but... and then when it comes to champions, there were 61 unique champions, which means that about 60%, over 60% of the superstars in this series ended up winning the championship belt at some point or another, which is just... I didn't think the number was that high. I thought it was like 40 something, but no, 61 according to my calculations. Another stat is that there were 93 unique winners across this season, which means that only 7 superstars have not won a match, have never won a match, and all but 2 of those are tag team members. The other 2, of course, if you were paying attention to the season, would be W and M, which I'm not surprised about. They were 30 overall superstars. They had no chance in hell of doing anything, although M did surprise me quite a bit, especially towards the end of the season. But yeah, considering that they literally had the lowest stats possible, I wasn't expecting much. But the others, some make sense, others not so much. But the others all were part of a tag team. One never had a singles match, so they never had a chance to they never had a chance to have a win in the singles match, and that was Makoto Yuki, the protagonist of Persona 3. As for the others, in order from least amount of matches to most amount of matches, Yuki Koamagi at 0-2, 0 wins, 2 losses in 2 matches, and then Kyoko Kirigiri, 0 wins, 4 losses in 4 matches, and then tied for first or last, depending on how you look at it, Kaito Momota and Rantaro Amami at 0-5 each, which is wild. And it looks like they both have 4 losses by pin and 1 by countout. So yeah, 0-5 for Kaito and Rantaro. But again, it's really interesting that out of everyone who hadn't had a single win this season in a singles match, all but 2 of them were in tag teams. And another thing, actually looking at Kyoko. Kyoko has as many singles losses in the season as her and Sayaka have tag team losses, which is really interesting. At 4. So we're going to get into that later, but the Harmonious Truth this season only had 4 losses, and Kyoko Kirigiri on her own had 4 losses. Now, I mean, that was a bit of a fun stat, so what are some other fun stats? Well, 2B and A2 ended up having mirrored records, at 2B having a 12-17 record, whereas A2 had a 17-12 record, which, if you've played Nier Automata, it kind of makes sense. Like, they are each other's mirror, so them having mirrored records in a weird way makes sense. Another thing that's oddly makes so much sense is Goro Akechi and Joker have the same win percentage, despite Akechi having 5 times as many matches as Joker. The exact same win percentage. I think it was like 71 something. That is... yeah. I mean, again, if you've played Persona 5, that makes sense. But it's pretty wild. And then the longest losing streaks. From shortest to longest, I have the longest 3 here. From shortest to longest, and I'm not including W or M in this because, yeah, I'm not counting their stats as legitimate. So the shortest, it's actually a 3-way tie between Kiyotaka Ishimaru, Jaren, and Naoto Shirogane at 8 losses in a row. And then in the second spot, it's a 4-way tie between Crewmate, Shubs McGee, Outback Thunder, and Mew Iruma at 9. But our sole top person with the longest losing streak, Senator Stephen Armstrong at 10. Armstrong somehow lost 10 matches in a row at one point this season. And still, now here's the crazy bit. Out of everyone with the longest losing streak, they all have losing records. So Taka, 33%. Naoto, 28. Jiren, 25. They're all below 50, except for Armstrong, who had a win percentage of 51.5%. So despite having a 10 match long losing streak, Senator Armstrong had a winning season. Speaking of losing, the person or team who had the most losses via countout ended up being the third, the team consisting of Nia and Melia Antiqua. They ended up having 4 losses by countout this season, which is sad. Very, very sad. The people with the most losses in the singles division were Naoto Shirogane, Akihiko Sanada, Tenko Chabashira, Matt from Wii Sports, Kasumi Yoshizawa, Eggman, and Junko Enoshima, all at 2. Now here's the thing, I thought Kasumi had more countout losses. I could only find 2. Now they did end up being at rather unfortunate points of the season, but I thought Kasumi had like 3 or 4 at one point, but no, she had 2. Speaking of Kasumi, now this is off the top of my head, and I could get this wrong, but when I was putting in her stats, she had a record of, I think it was 1-7. So she lost her first 5 matches, beat Ibuki, and I think she lost like 2 or 3 after that. So at one point she was like 1-7, 1-8, which we'll get into her record later. But that is not quite what I was expecting. Now, for some more in-depth, less speculative, more concrete, in-depth statistics. First, I'm going to go over the match types. So like I said, there were about 40, I have 40 listed out. What I did was I went through each episode, put in a spreadsheet who participated, who won, what was the match type, which I could be getting I could have messed a few things up, so take this with a grain of salt. But I don't think the stats, I don't think they should be too far off of what they actually are. But yeah, so I put those all in a spreadsheet, and then wrote a Python script that read all of the that read all of that data and then compiled it. So according to my spreadsheet and the Python script that I wrote, like I said, there were 1,126 matches. From most popular, actually let's do from most popular to least popular. So for the most popular, you had normal matches at a whopping 67.3%, 758, which, not surprising at all. And in second place, at 15.6%, it is tag team matches at 176. Again, not surprising in the slightest. These two making up for, I think that's about 80%. Yeah, they were the bread and butter of the season. Naturally, they're going to be number 1 and number 2. What about 3 and onward? These might be a little bit more surprising. We had 41 Falls Count Anywhere matches, making up about 3.6%. 32 Triple Threat matches, making up 2.8%. 17 No Holds Barred / Extreme Rules. So I included the Extreme Rules and No Holds Barred into the same thing. I literally do not know what the difference between those two are, and I don't care. At 17, or about 1.5%. Submission and Steel Cages are tied at 11, or 1%. And then we had 7 Iron Man matches, 6 first 2 out of 3 matches, 5 double table matches, 5 First Blood matches, 4 handicapped matches, 4 Fatal 4-Way matches, which is very coincidental, and I love that. 4 Last Man Standing matches, and then the rest are 3 and below. A lot of these being like pay-per-view stipulations or things that I just did once just to try out. Yeah, there's nothing really interesting down there. Like, we had 2 Royal Rumbles, 2 Elimination Chambers, 2 War Games, 2 Hell in a Cell matches. I feel like we've had way more than 1 knockout match, but again, my data could be slightly off. I don't think it's going to matter too much, considering that, like, the top 3, I don't think the top 3, top 5 would change too much, nor does it really matter. As for what I'm calling, like, stoppages, or, like, how the matches end, unsurprisingly, the most common stoppage for the match were pinfalls at 80.7%, or 909. We had 101 submissions, the sequel to 101 Dalmatians, 101 submissions, making up 9% of the matches. We had 48 countouts, 16 knockouts, 12 people going over the top rope, so like battle royales. We had, like, you know, King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, Battle for the Briefcase, stuff like that. 12 matches ending because somebody or somebodies went over the top rope. 10 matches where somebody was put through a table, and that ended the match. 10 were essentially ladder matches because, like, the belt was grabbed. We had 8 draws. 6 matches that were ended because somebody escaped the steel cage. 3 matches that ended in First Blood, which I feel like that's pretty low. And then 1 match that ended with a finisher. Of course, 2 matches where somebody grabbed the briefcase. That's just the Money in the Bank, so I'm not really counting those. Again, my data could be wrong, but I don't think it would really matter too much. Yeah, just an in-depth look of the matches themselves. A lot of these were pretty interesting. Like, I knew that there were a lot of pinfalls. I thought that there were more submissions than there were. Like, I thought that more matches ended in submissions. Now, yeah, so were more submissions than just 101, just like there were more pinfalls than 909, because of multi-man matches, elimination matches, stuff like that, but Iron Man matches, Yeah, I didn't go into Iron Man matches, the match types, because again, a little bit too lazy to do that. If you guys want to go into more depth on that, be my guest. You can always ask me for the data sheet. I can send it over to you. I can find a way to send it over to you if you want to look at it, if you want to mess around with it, be my guest. But other than that, yeah, my data could be wrong, but again, if you want to mess around with it yourselves, just ask and I will see about sending the datasheet over to you. Now, I have some award. Oh, wait, first, before we go into the awards, how did everyone stack up? How did everyone finish? I'm going to be sorting this by win percent and then by matches. Well, up on screen are the final, if I don't forget to put them up, are the final rankings of everyone. So, in first place is Goro Akechi with a astounding record of 25 wins and 10 losses. Second place is Bayonetta with an 18-13 record. And rounding out the podium is A2 at 17-12, with a few notable runner-ups being Mitsuru at 16-17, Zenkichi at 15-14, Undyne at 14-15, Queen being at 13-7, and 9S at 12-14. And yeah, you might be able to see on screen, 2B and A2 did in fact have mirrored records. And then the tag teams, ending off the season at the top for the tag teams, it is the Mech Femmes at an astounding record of 19-9, with the Skella Bros being right behind them at 17-7, technically a better win percent, but hey, it's hard to come up with like rankings for these when they don't have the exact same record. Or, not record, the exact same amount of matches. I'm doing what I can. And then in third place, the Double-Edged Blades with a better record than I thought they had at 10-12. In our worst teams, we have Brosona at 8-15, the Diamonds at 7-11, and the Ultimate Brotherhood at 4-9-1, which if you watched their storyline, that makes total sense. Now over to Wednesday Night Wingcrest. Taking the top spot, it is Agent 47 with a record of 27-13. Waluigi in second at 23-11, and Akane Owari edging out Junko Enoshima for the third spot on the podium with a record of 21-15. And an interesting stat, everyone except for Kaoru Sayama and Brigid having 11 wins. Kaoru only having 9 with a record of 9-12, and Brigid with a record of 4-18. And Wingcrest doesn't have any tag team, so I'm not going to go into detail about that, because there is nothing to go into detail about. And finally, my favorite out of the 3, Friday Night Eclipse, and not just because I'm in it. But honestly, I think Eclipse did have the most exciting, the most fun season. So yeah. In the top spot for Eclipse, it is Yusuke Kitagawa with an incredible record of 24-8-1, with Lexi coming in second with a record of 20-15, and Kasumi Yoshizawa with a perfect 20-20 record. Other notable superstars are Leon with 16-7 or 16-17, Fiora with 15-7, The Bones, Sir Bones at 15-8, Games Dean 15-9. I'm seeing a pattern here, and Sophie with a record that made me feel vindicated. Sophie with a record of 14-8. And you said she sucked. I knew. Of course, I've been here throughout the entire season. Of course, I could have also had recency bias or confirmation bias, but by damn, I was right. Sophie had a winning record. Not only a winning record, but an incredible 63.6 win percentage. She is amongst the highest in win percentage, ranking in at, I believe that is 6th. So, ha. And actually, if we're including people who had more than 10 matches, Sophie's at 4th when it comes to win percentage. So, I know ring. Just kidding. I'm just messing. I just had to gloat. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude to you guys, but I am the commissioner for a reason. Anyway, then over to the tag teams. Unsurprisingly, the top spot for the tag teams, Harmonious Truth with a record of 17-4. Harmonious Truth. Also, I just noticed that they never lost more than one match in a row. Same with the Phantom Thieves. These two teams, like Harmonious Truth and the Phantom Thieves, have never lost 2 matches in a row. But yeah, Harmonious Truth coming out on the top spot at a 17-4. In second place, it is the Big Bang Theory with a record of 16-9-1. And in third place, it is the Phantom Thieves at 13-5. And a few notable names. The Ideal Idols coming in 4th place with a record of 10-8-1. The Killer Tunes with 9-6-2 coming in 5th. And then the Ages of Anarchy with a record of 9-13-1. And for our bottom 3, it is the Gestalt Sisters with a record of 5-14. The Third with a paltry record of 4-16-1. And our lowest ranking tag team in Eclipse, the Shadow Slayers, with a record of 4-18-2 draws. And somehow, the Shadow Slayers had a winning percent of 17%, and the Third with 19. And now, with all those stats out of the way, it is time for the second portion of this video, where I would like to hand out some awards. And thus begins our first ever JWE Superstar Gala, whatever you want to call it. I don't really have a name for it. I literally just came up with it off the top of my head. It is the award show portion of the video. And starting off, going in weekly order for our specific shows. We already went over the podium, so I'm just going to give everyone their medals. For J Ramada, for the singles podium with a minimum of 15 matches, and this is based on win percentage. Coming in the bronze spots, it is Dunban with a record of 11-8, and Bayonetta with a record of 18-3. And I'm just gonna say here that I'm gonna give medals for the men's and women's divisions, hence why Dunban and Bayonetta are sharing the bronze medals, because Dunban's in the men's division, Bayonetta's in the women's division. For our silver medalists, it is K1B0 and A2, an all-Android silver medal, with Kibo having a record of 9-6 and A2 with a record of 17-12. And now for our gold medalists in the singles division. For the women's side, it is Makoto Nijima with a record of 13-7. And unsurprisingly, on the men's side, it is Goro Akechi with a record of 25-10. Everyone give our medalists a round of applause. And now over to the tag teams. For our bronze medalists, on the men's side, it is Shulkin Rhine, the Vision Warriors, with a record of 9-8-2. And on the women's side, it is Yuki Kawamagi and Chie Sadonaka, the Double Dragons, with a record of 10-14. For our silver medalists, on the women's side, it is Pyra and Mithra, the Double-Edged Blades, with a record of 10-12. And on the men's side, it is the Champion Slayer Rex and Zeke Von Genbu, the Heroes of Chaos, with a similar record to the Vision Warriors at 9-8-1. That one extra draw was the difference between the bronze and the silver. And now for our gold medalists. Everyone give a hand for the Skelebros with a record of 17-7, and the Mechfems with a record of 19-9. Domination. So again, everyone, please give our medalists a round of applause. And before we wrap up the J-Ramada specific portion of this award show, I would like to award our submission specialist medals, going out to our men's and women's superstars who had the most submission wins on the season. On the men's side, it is 9S with 4 submissions. And on the women's side, it is a tie between Tifa Lockhart and Mitsuru Karijo with a whopping 9 submission wins this season each, with Mitsuru getting most, if not all of hers, in singles matches, and Tifa getting about 60% of hers in tag team matches. So, it was originally just going to go over to Mitsuru, but considering that tag team matches are a bit more difficult to win via submission, I'm also going to extend the medal over to Tifa, since she did have the same amount of submission wins. And for our championship medals, for those who had the most days as singles champions, it is Goro Akechi at 189 days, and Bayonetta at 106. And for our tag team championship medalists, on the men's side, it is none other, who else, but the Skelebros at 178 days as champion. And on the women's side, of course, the Mech Femmes at 171 days. So, once again, everyone please give a warm round of applause for our gold, silver, and bronze medalists, as well as our specialty and championship medalists. Now, over to Wednesday Night Eclipse, where we have fewer medals to give out, but still highly competed for medals nonetheless. For our podium, since Wingcrest only has singles divisions, we only have 6 medals to give out instead of 18. For our bronze medalists, on the women's side, with a record of 21-16, it is Junko Enoshima, the Despair Queen. And on the men's side, it is Harambe, with a record of 13-9. For our silver medalists, on the men's side, it is Waluigi, with a record of 23-11. And on the women's side, it is Samus Aran, with a record of 19-14. And for our gold medalists, on the women's side, it is the Ultimate Gymnast, Akane Owari, with a record of 21-15, barely edging out Junko Enoshima by 1 loss. And on the men's side, it is the Ultimate Assassin himself, Agent 47, with an incredible record of 27-13. Everyone give our podium medalists a round of applause. And now for our specialty medals. Once again, we have our Submission Specialist medal. On the women's side, it is the Ultimate Soldier herself, Mukuro Ikusaba, with 7 submissions. And on the men's side, it is the Silent Assassin, Agent 47, with an incredible 20 submission victories on the season. Like, he had a death grip on this division, and both physically and metaphorically. 20 submissions is insane. And now for our Iron Man medals, for those who competed in the most amount of matches in Wingcrest this season. On the women's side, it is the Special Inquisitor herself from Mor Ardain, Lady Morag, with 39 matches. And on the men's side, it is Agent 47 with 40 matches. And for our championship medals, again, for the most days as champion, on the women's side, it is Sakura Ogami, just shy of 100, at 98 days as champion. And for the men's side, we have a tie between Nekamaru Nidai and Agent 47 at 70 days. The men's championship curse really didn't do you guys well, did it? You had so many people with 28 days, but Nekamaru And 47 somehow coming out with 70 days despite the championship curse? Not bad. So, once again, everyone please give a warm round of applause for our gold, silver, and bronze medalists, as well as our specialty and championship medalists. And now for Friday Night Eclipse. And our podium finishers, again, based off of win percentage, minimum of 15 matches. Our bronze medalist winners, on the women's side, it is the Plague Doctor herself, Alexibor, with a record of 20 and 15. And on the men's side, it is the ultimate poet, Games Dean, with a record of 15 and 9. For our silver medalists, on the men's side, it is the Bones, Sir Bones, with a record of 15 and 8. And on the women's side, with a very similar record, it is Sophie, with a record of 14 and 8. And now, for our gold medalists, on the women's side, it is Fiora, with a record of 15 and 7. And on the men's side, could it be anyone else? It is Yusuke Kitagawa with a record of 24, 8, and 1. And now for our tag team podium. For our bronze medalists, on the men's side, it is Kokichi Oma and Rantaro Amami, Agents of Anarchy, with a record of 9, 13, and 1. And on the women's side, it is Maki Harukawa and Kaede Akamatsu, the Killer Tunes, with a record of 9, 6, and 2. For our silver medalists, on the women's side, it is Ibuki Miyota, Hatsune Miku, and Poppy QT, the Ideal Idols, with a record of 10, 8, and 1. And on the men's side, it is the Ultimate Detective Shuichi Saihara and the Luminary of the Stars, Kaito Momota, The Big Bang Theory, with a record of 16, 9, and 1. And for our gold medalist winners, on the men's side, it is Skull and Joker, the Phantom Thieves of Heart, with a record of 13 and 5. And on the women's side, who else could it be but Sayaka Maizono and Kyoko Kirigiri, Harmonious Truth, with a record of 17 and 4. And for our specialist medals, we just have one this year, that being the Elimination Specialist medal. On the women's side, that goes to Hatsune Miku with 4 eliminations on the year. And on the men's side, of course, who else could it be but Teddy, Triple Threat Teddy, with 5 eliminations. And now for our championship medals, Again, the most days as champion. On the women's side, it is Kasumi Yoshizawa with 115 days. And on the men's side, it is Yusuke Kitagawa at 178 days. And now our tag team championship medals. On the men's side, it is the Big Bang Theory with a whopping 185 days as champion. And on the women's side, who else could it be but Harmonious Truth with 150 days. Please, everyone, give a warm round of applause to our medalists at Eclipse. We are not quite done with awards, though, as now we are heading to the awards eligible to everyone across all brands, so everyone is competing against everyone else for these awards. Introducing the Anaconda Award for the superstars with the most submission wins. Introducing, for the men's side, our top 4 contestants. Representing Eclipse, it is Sir Bones. Representing J Ramada, it is Mondo Owada. Representing J Ramada, it is 9S. And representing Wingcrest, it is Agent 47. And the winner of our Men's Anaconda Award for the 2024 JWE season, it is Agent 47 with 20 submissions. And now for the women. Representing J Ramada, Tifa Lockhart. Representing Wingcrest, Morag Ladair. Also representing Wingcrest, Mukuro Ikusaba. And representing J Ramada, Mitsuru Karijo. And our Women's Anaconda Award winner, it is a tie between Mitsuru Karijo and Tifa Lockhart, both with 9 submissions. For our next award, it is the Marathon Award. Those who have competed in the most amount of matches this season. Those in the running for our Women's Marathon Award winner, representing Wingcrest, Morag Ladair. Representing Eclipse, Kasumi Yoshizawa. Representing Wingcrest, Mukuro Ikusaba. And representing Wingcrest, Junko Enoshima. And our Women's Marathon Award winner, Kasumi Yoshizawa, with 40 matches this season. And for our men's side, the superstars who can win the Marathon Award representing Wingcrest, it is Senator Stephen Armstrong. Representing Wingcrest, it is Raiden. Representing Wingcrest, it is Goro Majima. And representing Wingcrest, it is Agent 47. And our Men's Marathon Award winner for the 2024 JWE season, it is Agent 47 with 40 wins. Now onto our Ring Cleaner Award. Awarded to those who had the most eliminations in elimination matches this year. Those in the running for the Men's Ring Cleaner Award this season, representing J Ramada, Goro Akechi, representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa, representing J Ramada, Anji Tatsumi, and representing Eclipse, Teddy. And our Men's Ring Cleaner Award for the 2024 season, with a whopping 5 eliminations, it is Teddy. And now onto the women's side. Those in the running for the Women's Ring Cleaner Award, representing Eclipse, Hatsune Miku, representing Eclipse, Nia, representing Eclipse, Sayaka Maizono, and representing Wingcrest, Junko Enoshima. And our award winner for the Women's Ring Cleaner Award for 2024, with 6 eliminations on the season, it is the Despair Queen herself, Junko Enoshima. And our next award, it is the Triple Threat Champion Award. As the name might imply, given out to the superstars who had the most Triple Threat wins on the season. On the women's side, those in the running to win the award, representing J Ramada, Bayonetta, representing Eclipse, Ibuki Miyota, representing Eclipse, Nia, and representing Wingcrest, Junko Enoshima. And our winner of the 2024 Women's Triple Threat Champion Award, it is a tie between Junko Enoshima and Bayonetta at 3 Triple Threat wins this season. And now for our men's side. Those in the running for the Men's Triple Threat Champion Award for 2024. Representing J Ramada, Kanji Tatsumi. Representing Eclipse, Teddy. Representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa. And representing J Ramada, Goro Akechi. And our Men's Triple Threat Champion for the 2024 season is Teddy, with 3 Triple Threat wins this season. He doesn't have the nickname Triple Threat Teddy for no reason. Next up, our Multi-Man Magic Award, given to the superstars who had the most match wins in matches that had 4 or more superstars competing at once. On the men's side, those in the running for to win the Men's Multi-Man Magic Award, try saying that 5 times fast, representing Eclipse, Leon Kawada, representing Wingcrest, Matt, representing J Ramada, Goro Akechi, and representing Wingcrest, Agent 47. And I have been told that this is a 4-way tie, so to break the tie, it went to Council. This will be given out to the person who had the most impressive multi-man match win. And that goes to Goro Akechi with his Steel Cage Fatal 4-Way match win. And now on the women's side, those in the running to win the Women's Multi-Man Magic Award for the 2024 season, representing Eclipse, Sayaka Maizono. Representing Eclipse, Miu Iruma. Representing J Ramada, A2. And representing J Ramada, Bayonetta. And our award winner for the 2024 Women's Multi-Man Magic Award, with 2 multi-man match wins, it is A2. And next, it is the Ultimate Champion Award, being awarded to our superstars who held on to the championship belt for the longest, not necessarily continuous, but collective amount of time. On the women's side, the 4 superstars in the running to win this award, representing J Ramada, Shie Sadonaka. Representing Eclipse, Kasumi Yoshizawa. Representing Eclipse, Sayaka Maizono. And representing J Ramada, Tifa Lockhart. And our award winner for the 2024 Women's Ultimate Champion Award, at a record 206 days as champion, it is Tifa Lockhart. And now for the men's side of this award. Those in the running to win the 2024 Men's Ultimate Champion Award, representing J Ramada, it is Papyrus. Representing Eclipse, Shoichi Saihara. Representing J Ramada, Goro Akechi. And representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa. And our award winner for our Men's Ultimate Champion Award for 2024, at 189 days, it is Goro Akechi. And a related award, it is our Ring Royalty Award, being given out to those who were crowned as champion the most times this season. On the men's side, those in the running to win the Ring Royalty Award, it is representing Eclipse, Leon Kawada. Representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa. Representing J Ramada, Rex. And representing J Ramada, Goro Akechi. And our 2024 Men's Ring Royalty Award winner, it is once again a 4-way tie. So instead, we went with the most number of unique championships obtained. And your 2024 Men's Ring Royalty Award winners are Rex and Goro Akechi. And on the women's side, those in the running for the 2024 Women's Ring Royalty Award, Representing J. Ramada, Tifa Lockhart. Representing J. Ramada, Chie Sauronaka. Representing Eclipse, Kasumi Yoshizawa. And representing Eclipse, Sayaka Maizono. And our 2024 Women's Ring Royalty Award winner, being crowned champion 3 times, it is Tifa Lockhart. And now, for our Any Percent award, being awarded to the superstars who had the highest win percentage on the season with a minimum of 10 singles matches participated. On the men's side, those in the running to win this award, representing Wingcrest, Agent 47. Representing Wingcrest, Waluigi. Representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa. And representing J. Ramada, Oro Akechi. And our men's Any Percent award winner for the 2024 season, with a win percentage of 72.7%, it is Yusuke Kitagawa. And on the women's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Women's Any Percent Award, representing J. Ramada, A2. Representing Eclipse, Fiora. Representing J. Ramada, Makoto Nijima. And representing Eclipse, Sophie. And our 2024 Women's Any Percent Award winner, with a win percentage of 68.2%, it is Fiora. And now for our Hot Streak Award, for our superstars who had the longest win streak on the season at any point this season. Those in the running for the Women's Hot Streak Award, representing Eclipse, Aoi Asahina. Representing J. Ramada, Makoto Nijima. Representing J. Ramada, A2. And representing Wingcrest, Sakura Ogami. And our award winner for the Women's Hot Streak Award, it is a tie between A2 and Sakura Ogami with 7 wins in a row each. And on the men's side, those in the running to win the Men's 2024 Hot Streak Award, representing J. Ramada, Goro Akechi. Representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa. Representing Wingcrest, Agent 47. And representing Eclipse, Zerbones. And our award winner for the Men's 2024 Hot Streak Award at 12 wins in a row, it is Yusuke Kitagawa. And now for our next award, and our final singles award, it is our Tailor-Made Award. Those who had the most pinfalls on the season. On the women's side, those in the running to win this award, Representing Wingcrest, Junko Enoshima. Representing Eclipse, Lexibor. Representing Eclipse, Kasumi Yoshizawa. And representing Wingcrest, Akane Owari. And our award winner for the Women's Tailor-Made Award for 2024 at 19 pinfalls each. It is a 3-way tie between Akane Owari, Kasumi Yoshizawa, and Lexibor. And on the men's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Men's Tailor-Made Award, representing J. Ramada, Goro Akechi. Representing Wingcrest, Waluigi. Representing Eclipse, Yusuke Kitagawa. And representing Eclipse, Games Dean. And our Men's 2024 Tailor-Made Award, with 23 pins on the season, it is Yusuke Kitagawa. And that does it for our singles awards. And now on to the tag team awards for the 2024 season. First up, it is our Aeonic Award for the teams who participated in the most number of matches on the season. On the women's side, our tag teams in the running to win the Aeonic Award, representing J. Ramada, the Double-Edged Blades. Representing Eclipse, Harmonious Truth. Representing J. Ramada, the Mech Femmes. And representing J. Ramada, the Double Dragons. And our award winners for the Women's 2024 Tag Team Aeonic Award, participating in 28 matches, it is the Mech Femmes. And on the men's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Men's Aeonic Award, representing Eclipse, the Shadow Slayers. Representing Eclipse, the Big Bang Theory. Representing J. Ramada, the Skelebros. And representing J. Ramada, Rosona. And our award winners for the 2024 Aeonic Awards, at 26 matches, it is the Big Bang Theory. And now for our Dreamwork Award, given to our tag teams who had the longest winning streak this season. On the men's side, those in the running to win this award, representing J. Ramada, the Vision Warriors. Representing J. Ramada, the Skelebros. Representing Eclipse, the Phantom Thieves. And representing Eclipse, the Big Bang Theory. And our award winners for the 2024 Men's Dreamwork Award, at a winning streak of 8 matches in a row, it is the Phantom Thieves of Heart. And now for the women's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Women's Dreamwork Award, representing J. Ramada, the Mech Femmes. Representing J Ramada, the Diamonds. Representing Eclipse, Harmonious Truth. And representing Eclipse, the Killer Tunes. And our 2024 Women's DreamWork Award winners at a winning streak of 13 matches in a row. It is Harmonious Truth. Which is honestly not very surprising, considering how many times I asked when was the last time they lost. The answer was no. 13 wins in a row, that is... holy god. And now, for our 2024 Shark Awards, given out to the tag teams who had the most wins via submissions. On the women's side, representing J Ramada, the Double-Edged Blades. Representing J Ramada, the Mech Femmes. Representing Eclipse, Harmonious Truth. And representing Eclipse, the Killer Tunes. And our award winners for the 2024 Shark Awards with 9 wins by submission, it is the Mech Femmes. And for our men's Shark Awards, in the running for the awards, representing J Ramada, the Skelebros. Representing Eclipse, Big Bang Theory. Representing J Ramada, the Vision Warriors. And representing Eclipse, the Agents of Anarchy. And our award winners for the 2024 Men's Shark Awards, with 7 submission wins on the season, it is the Skelebros. And now, moving from submissions to pinfalls, it is the 3-2-1 awards, awarded to the tag teams who had the most tag team wins via pinfall. On the men's side, those in the running to win the 3-2-1 award, representing Eclipse, the Phantom Thieves. Representing J Ramada, the Vision Warriors. Representing Eclipse, the Big Bang Theory. And representing J Ramada, Rosona. And our award winners for the men's 3-2-1 award of 2024 with 13 wins by pinfall, it is the Big Bang Theory. And now on the women's side, those in the running to win our 2024 Women's 3-2-1 Award, representing Eclipse, Harmonious Truth. Representing Eclipse, the Ideal Idols. Representing J Ramada, the Diamonds. And representing J Ramada, the Double Dragons. And our award winners for the 2024 3-2-1 Women's Award, with 13 pinfalls on the season, it is Harmonious Truth. And now, the Safe Bet Award, for the tag teams with the highest win percentage, with a minimum of 10 matches on the season. Those in the running for the 2024 Safe Bet Awards, on the men's side, representing J Ramada, the Skelebros. Representing Eclipse, the Phantom Thieves of Heart. representing Jade Ramada, the Heroes of Chaos, and representing Eclipse, the Big Bang Theory. And our 2024 Men's Safe Bet Award with a win percentage of 72%. It is the Phantom Thieves of Heart. And on the women's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Women's Safe Bet Award, representing Jane Ramada, the Mech Femmes, representing Eclipse, the Killer Tunes, representing Eclipse, the Ideal Idols, and representing Eclipse, Harmonious Truth. And our 2024 Women's Safe Bet Award winners with a win percentage of 81%, it is Harmonious Truth. And finally, for our final Tag Team Award, it is the Crowned Jewels Award, given to the tag teams who spent the most time as champions. On the women's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Crowned Jewels Award, representing Jade Ramada, the Double Dragons, representing Eclipse, Harmonious Truth, representing Jade Ramada, the Mech Femmes, and representing Eclipse, the Gestalt Sisters. And our 2024 Women's Crowned Jewels Award with 171 days. It is the Mech Femmes. And now on the men's side, those in the running to win the 2024 Men's Crowned Jewels Award, representing Jade Ramada, Rosona, representing Jade Ramada, the Skelebros, representing Eclipse, Big Bang Theory, and representing Eclipse, the Agents of Anarchy. And our award winners for the Men's Crowned Jewel Award of 2024, being champions for 185 days, it is Big Bang Theory. And now finally, our, shall we say, more abstract awards. These awards aren't necessarily numbers based. I do have a few numbers for them, but they're purely more vibes based, and they're more given on not quite numbers, but more so who did I feel like deserved it most. By looking at everyone's numbers, by looking at their impacts, whatever. Who did I think encompassed these awards the most? The first abstract award, it is the Rising Star Award, given to the superstar who had the most surprising and the most impactful rise up the ranks. And the superstar who is being awarded the Rising Star Award for 2024 is a superstar who was given a nickname based on their performances throughout the season. 2 in particular, although they did make it 3, maybe 4, and really grew into their nickname. That is, of course, the Champion Slayer himself, Rex. And now for the Janus Award, being given to the superstar who had the most number of nicknames across the season. Of course, if you are paying attention, you should already know who this is going to. But for those who may not, this award is being given out to a superstar who basically had a list of names rivaling that of a character from Game of Thrones. Their list of nicknames went from when they appeared on stage to when they entered the ring. Those nicknames included the Bad Girl of Eclipse, the Girl with the Golden Brains and Golden Body, former Miss Money in the Bank, or former Miss Eclipse Universal Champion, the Ultimate Inventor herself, Miu Iruma. And now for the OG Award, given to the two superstars, one male and one female, given to the two original superstars for this series, who have had the biggest impact on the season and weren't just background characters. And no characters based off of real people, such as Lexi, such as Jaden, such as Games Dean, are excluded from this award. Purely original characters allowed. And the two superstars who have been given these awards are two former champions. One of the Nexus variety, and one of the Universal variety. Both have had incredible seasons. One has had a very warm welcome by the JWE universe. Another fell down a bit of a darker path. But despite taking two very different paths down the fork in the road, they both, in the end, for better or for worse, made a huge impact on the trajectory of the season, whether or not they won their matches. And those awards go to, on the women's side, the Changebringer herself, Delta. And on the men's side, it is the Bones, Sir Bones. Now, Delta is being awarded this, yes, because she is a champion. She did make it to the championship round at Money in the Bank. She's been in the championship conversation for countless times, and she did very well for herself, and I think the audience warmed up to her quite a bit. I could be wrong, but hey, if I am, please let me know. As for the Bones, where do I begin? I mean, he did basically fuck up an entire recording because of his fireworks. He was one of the original members of the Skeleton Legion. He was the original defector for of the Skeleton Legion, and was partially responsible for the mass skeletal exodus. He did impact, and he did influence a rule change in the Nexus Championship matches that barred managers from appearing ringside, making it a pure one-on-one match for the Nexus Championship belt. And also, he's a fucking skeleton in a bowler hat and a sports jacket. There's nothing topping that. So, my sincerest congratulations to Delta and Bones for being awarded the OG Awards. Next up, the Arch Rival Award, being given to the best rivalry throughout the year. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a year-long rivalry, but just the best rivalry throughout the course of the season. And I can think of no other rivalry, except for maybe two, that would rival this rivalry. Those two that have not won the award, but are runner-ups, are Ibuki Miyota and Hatsune Miku, or Ibuki Miyota versus Hatsune Miku for Eclipse, and the three-way rivalry between Junko Enoshima, Mukuro Ikusaba, and Sakura Ogami for Wingcrest. Both fall short just barely. Ibuki and Hatsune Miku, it falls short because, yes, it was short and the rivalry was incredibly dumb. Generally made no sense. But it did lead to the inclusion of a third ideal idol. Which, yeah, sure, that's not really like a rivalry thing, but it is still a storyline thing. And that wouldn't have happened had it not been for the rivalry between Hatsune Miku and Ibuki Miyota. On the other hand, over in Wingcrest, the three-way rivalry between the two Despair Sisters and Sakura Ogami, literally an entire season's worth of drama. They were at each other's throats the entire time. They could not get away from each other. But it falls short because it was a little bit too much, if that makes sense. And the matches weren't necessarily the most exciting. And I feel like 3 is a bit too much in a rivalry. So while, yes, it was a very good rivalry between those three, unfortunately for them, it is not good enough. And with that, I would like to award the Arch Rival Award for 2024 to Senator Stephen Armstrong and Waluigi. Going literally from the first pay-per-view event, even before that, I believe it was episode 2, Armstrong versus Waluigi, where Armstrong nearly eliminated Waluigi from the tournament, and then the rematch at Battle for the Bank, the 2 out of 3 falls match where Armstrong had the first pin, but Waluigi with an incredible 2-0 comeback to get the 3 count, to get the belt, become the first Wingcrest Men's Universal Champion of 2024. And then fast forward all the way to Ultimate Fight Night, and they were still at each other's throats, where Waluigi once again picked up a very incredible comeback from behind victory. And throughout the season, these two have always had incredible matches. Whether it be Armstrong accidentally murdering Waluigi, or the steel cage matches, or whatever. These two have been incredible to watch. And their rivalry is not just malice, like the 3-way rivalry between the Despair Sisters and Sakura. But it's not pure friendship either, like Ibuki and Hatsune Miku. It is a rivalry forged from competition and respect. And that perfectly encapsulates what we here at JWE stand for. And with that, your 2024 Arch Rival Award winners Armstrong, and Waluigi. And next award, our award, being given to the superstar who had the most strange and confusing season. That just made me say, how did, what? No, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It could very well go to the superstar that surprised me the most. That made me go, huh? And that is indeed what happened. As this award is being awarded to Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. Royal Rumble winner, some fucking how, winning both, the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And now for our Comeback King / Comeback Queen awards, being given to the male and female superstars who have had the most incredible and impactful comebacks of this year. For the men's side, there were a few in consideration: Waluigi, Goro Akechi, Jaden, 9S, Sir Bones. But there can only be one winner, and that winner literally came back from the dead this year. That's right, is Waluigi. Suffering a massive concussion and a cervical spine injury about a quarter of the way through the season, and making a comeback in a shorter time than we anticipated, and hardly missed a beat. That takes incredible grit, incredible tenacity, and that is, in essence, what won Waluigi the Comeback King Award. Now, for the Comeback Queen Award, there were also a few superstars in consideration, such as Kasumi Yoshizawa, such as Mitsuru Korijo, such as Yukari Takaba, A2, Morag, Sophie. But the superstar who we have awarded the Comeback Queen to started off the season with a 0-7 record, and in her final 10 matches of the year was 7-3. Turning the ship around, yes, ended off the season with a losing record, but in the last 10, with a 70% win percentage, incredible. And that superstar is Yukari Takaba, your Comeback Queen Award winner for 2024. And now for our Heel and Face of the Year awards. 4 of them going out. 2 for the heels and 2 for the faces. 2 for the men's, 2 for the women's. Starting off with the Heel of the Year awards. On the women's side, there were several in consideration: Big Trish, Miu Iruma, A2. But we have decided that the female superstar who has embodied the heel persona the best this year, not necessarily by being an asshole, which she was, but more so just through domination and eventually losing the championship belt and just throwing a bit of conniption, sure, and was working hard to get the chance back. Your female heel of the year award recipient is A2. And on the men's side, Again, there were several in consideration: Agent 47, Goro Akechi, Shubs Mickey, the Skeleton Imperator. However, after careful consideration, we have decided to award the Men's Heel of the Year award to a superstar who didn't have many wins on the season, but every time he won and lost a match, he let you know. Perfectly embodying that piece of shit heel persona. A total douchebag, a sore winner and a sore loser, but overall, fucking terrible guy. I'm kidding. Your 2024 Heel of the Year award winner is Outback Thunder. And now for our Face of the Year awards, going to the two superstars who have embodied the face role the best. Starting off on the men's side, once again, there were several in consideration. However, there is one superstar who went above and beyond when it comes to being just overall a great guy. While he was not directly affected by these particular actions, he was the one to band a bunch of superstars together and tried to put, and eventually did, put a stop to these antics. This is the superstar who led the investigation into the Skeleton Legion, and as I said, formed the Resistance, and eventually became team captain at War Games. Your 2024 Men's Face of the Year award, Shoichi Saihara. And on the women's side, we have decided to split this award between two superstars who were very polite, very energetic, always so fun to watch, super upbeat, and generally just made JWE so fun to watch. These two superstars started off the season not particularly liking each other, to the point to where they despised each other and ended up putting each other through tables. However, as the season matured, and as they, as performers, as wrestlers, as superstars matured, their feelings towards each other also matured. Not like that. At least I don't think. And eventually, one asked the other to join their tag team, and of course the other gladly accepted. Of course I am talking about Hatsune Miku and Ibuki Miyota. Splitting this award, and just for always being super energetic, super upbeat, and of course, the tried and true storyline of rivals turned teammates. Not only that, but rivals turned best friends. So congratulations to Ibuki Miyota and Hatsune Miku for being the women's faces of the year. And for our final two awards for the show before signing out for the evening, our first award might be a bit controversial. It is the Fan Favorite Award, given to the superstar who the fans clamored for the most, who the fans liked the most, who the fans talked about the most, rooted for the most. It was between three. It was between Kasumi Yoshizawa, Mitsuru Kirijo, and Bayonetta. After some careful consideration, the 2024 Fan of the Year Award, or Fan Favorite of the Year Award, goes to Kasumi Yoshizawa. I don't think I have much else to say about that. You guys should understand why she has been awarded this. I mean, I almost created a fucking cult around her, I'm sorry. Excuse me, not me, you guys almost created a cult, and I almost facilitated it around Kasumi. That was wild, but yeah, the like to dislike bomb whenever she would win or lose a match, yeah, that's what did it, honestly. And the amount of people who are like, when's Kasumi coming back? Like, oh, I can't, like, I love, like, oh, it's great to see Kasumi doing well. Oh no, Kasumi's on another 5-match losing streak. Like, yeah. It's pretty easy to say that you guys were the most invested in Kasumi out of everyone, and that is what won her the award. And finally, the last award of the night. It can go by 2 names. The Commissioner's Choice Award, or, as I like to call it, the Ultimate Wrestler Award. Given to the superstar who, throughout the season, surprised me the most. Now, there were a lot of superstars who were under consideration for this award. Rex, for being the Champion Slayer, defeating an undefeated Akechi not once but twice in a row, becoming Nexus Champion. I believe he beat Joker for that, I think. There's Kasumi for obvious reasons. There's Mitsuru. There's Yukari. But when the season is viewed holistically, there's only one superstar that I can honestly say deserves the Ultimate Wrestler Award the most. And that is the superstar who became the first double champion of JWE history. The superstar who put on incredible performances not only in tag team matches, but singles matches as well. The superstar who always put it on the line and generally was just a blast to watch in the ring. And that superstar is none other than Sayaka Mizuno. And with that, the award ceremony portion of this video has come to an end. Congratulations to every single superstar who was nominated for an award, and especially to the superstars who won awards. Please give all of our award winners a huge round of applause, except for maybe the heels of the year. They certainly do not deserve it. Only kidding, of course. And with that, yeah. I still have a couple of videos left. That being the meme review and the top 15 moments. And there was one more that I was gonna make. I forget exactly what it was. Okay, the Q&A. Still, guys, if you have questions, if you want me to do that, let me know. If you want me to do the Q&A, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any memes that you have ideas for, let me know. I'm trying to compile as much of this as possible, and so far there hasn't been much. So if you guys want me to go through with that, by all means. If not, I'm gonna try to put something together, but hey. I would love some fan interaction though. Some viewer interaction. But yeah. I only have a few more videos left. And then I am putting together a list, putting together a plan for a Season 3 2025. It's going to be cut down. I'm considering making it 2 shows. I know I said that I originally said it was going to be 1. I'm considering making it 2 shows of about 35 superstars each. Although this time I'm actually going to try to properly utilize the divisions and not just have everyone be either in the Universal or Tag Team divisions. I'm actually going to try to split those up a little bit more. And then having the 2 shows then would better allow me to run Money in the Bank matches, and then of course it would also allow for the Nexus Championship belts to continue as they are. I'm absolutely restructuring where everyone's gonna be. We might have some people from Eclipse move over to J Ramada, vice versa. The people from Wingcrest might move. I'm considering adding a few new superstars, so if you have ideas of who you want to see in the future, let me know. I'm considering adding people like Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, maybe like Daisy from Mario, whoever. Like, if there are people who you want to see, let me know. I do want a healthy mix of heels and faces. I do have a few other superstars in mind, like Laura from Xenoblade 2, Torna, Golden, whatever, Dixon and Elvis from the original Xenoblade Chronicles, possibly Maruki from Persona 5. But yeah, if you guys want to see anyone in particular, please let me know. I'll try to incorporate that as best as possible if I think it is the if I feel like it fits. Other than that, I am this is turning into a bit of an update, but whatever. I do feel comfortable now sharing what the next playthrough I am planning on the channel is going to be. I am planning on playing through Nier Replicant. I've been wanting to play Nier Replicant for a while now. I haven't gotten a chance to because of this series. But now, hopefully I should get the chance, and then once Nier Replicant is done, I will be jumping right into Nier Automata. So those are the 2 games that I have planned after this. I'm planning on Hitman, maybe something like Devil May Cry or Final Fantasy VII. Like, there are games that I have in mind that are not wrestling. But yeah, we will get to those when we get to those. And I think that's about it. So thank you for joining me on this weird video. Let me know what you think. If there are any stats that you are confused about, or that you'd like to know that I didn't cover, again, let me know. But with that, this is Moon signing out. See ya.